Hey, it's Rich. Kissing Homestead. How the heck are you today? Today I'm going to talk about a couple of things. One, climate change. Yeah, yeah. Everybody's jumping around about it. And yeah, I find it kind of interesting. It's nature, folks. And it's been going on for millions of years. Okay? So I'm going to bring you my perspective on it a little bit. And then also, let's take a look at what's going on out there in agriculture just a bit. Been working on that regenerative agriculture course. Some folks are not going to like it because it's going to basically slap their hands, even though these are things they've done their whole life. Okay? What used to work, okay, isn't going to be working in the future. And we need to wake up to that reality and start getting ready for that. So go grab yourself a cup of coffee or tea or whatever you happen to be drinking and get on back here. We'll get started. See you in just a minute. Alrighty, we're back. Yeah. Yeah, I had started out with that first series on, which will be coming up this week, on regenerative agriculture. And it's a way to repair the land, repair the soil, making some folks less likely to, or less shy about getting some of this row crop land that is going to take some work, just as long as you know what you're walking into. You know what I'm saying? And how it can be fixed, and it can be fixed. Uh, and maybe even spur a few guys in there that are currently row cropping that are scratching their heads going, man, I got to figure out a way to make money at this. And yeah, might help them out a little bit too. And part of what is in there is, and this is for my primarily millennial kids who have been brainwashed into climate change. All right. And the climate, she be a changing. You're right on that. Did man have anything to do with it? Probably not. Okay. Don't see any evidence in that. Especially when you start looking at the big picture. And when I'm talking the big picture, I'm talking 8 million years worth of the big picture. All right? Yeah. Unless, Fred Flintstone was running around in a very poor polluting car and Dino was really passing the gas. I don't think they were causing the CO2 levels and so forth to go up. As a matter of fact, if any of you went to agricultural classes, you'll find that our plants today actually are lacking because of not enough greenhouse gases. Whoa, what's that tell you? But yet, all the same things are happening. Yes, they are. Okay, we're heading into this solar minimum. How bad it's going to get, we don't know. We really don't. Any little thing could throw it out of kilter. We could have a volcano shoot off somewhere that could, in the middle of it all, it can create a lot of havoc. Or it could be not too awfully bad. But relax, guys. We're going to cool off. Yeah, we are going to cool off. And I've got some graphs and so forth of Antarctic polar ice, or the Antarctic ice that they have been drilling on, that takes us back about 8 million years. And they're looking at the environments and the climates long before we were creating any havoc. Okay? Uh, I know you guys have been taught that 97% of all scientists agree with global warming, that it's man made, No. No, that's a lie. Okay, flat and simple. They're lying. This comes to you from the same guys who were hiding things like, oh, I don't know, emails where they were conspiring against people who had evidence that they were full of beans. Countries like China and Russia who looked at the whole thing and said, y'all are crazy, you know. India, of course, backed away from the whole global warming thing because their attitude was, listen, we were a third world country. You all had your turn. Don't tell us about carbon. Okay? But a lot of the other countries backed away from it. If you'll follow the original people who were involved in the global warming thing, you'll see that a lot of them quit and took their names off. And there's some names on there that these guys had to actually sue the UN to get their names off of there. Yeah. It's not settled science, children. Not by the long stretch is it settled science. Okay? And there is a larger body of scientists who specialize in this stuff who are standing up going, ha, no. This is, the climate gets warm, the climate gets cold. Okay? We're not going to be around to see it all. Let me break it down to you this way. You have a situation to where we could enter into an ice age and do it fairly quickly. I've got some charts and stuff I'm going to put up here where you're going to see that fairly quickly it suddenly goes from a nice warm climate to get out of the way of the glacier. Okay? And right now, you all are concerned about, the sea levels are going to rise a foot or two. Okay. Don't live so close to the sea. All right? It's probably not going to happen in your lifetime anyway. Don't sweat it. It's probably not going to happen in your great-grandchildren's lifetime. Don't sweat it. We are actually going back into a solar minimum, which is going to start cooling us off. There you have it. We have done this numerous times. In the 70s, we had the whole global temperature dropped by like 3 degrees. And now they're crying it went up by 3 degrees or 2 degrees, and it's a crisis. If y'all can think for 30 seconds, it is nothing more than a way for them to reach deep into your back pocket. That's it. That's all it's about. It's all about those in power want to take what you have. Okay? And this way they can say it's for your own good. We're going to save your little lives. All right? No, they're not. That's number one. They can't stop what's coming. They can't change a thing. Okay? As far as all the CO2 being released, don't worry about it. We go into an ice age, kiddies. It's going to get decreased because it's going to get trapped under a few miles of ice. Yeah, that's how it works. The ice forms up, glaciers move down, scrape off all our topsoil, which, by the way, is how the ice ages wind up ending because it starts releasing more CO gases, greenhouse gases from turning the soil as it rolls through New York and it turns all your penthouses into gravel. And, yeah. And, San Francisco, Seattle, they don't have to worry about them anymore. And probably, people, just by their nature, because it's happened in the past, because they found the ruins under a lot of water, where people built cities right during the Ice Age in the South. And when the Ice Age ended, guess who went underwater? You got it. The ones that built in the South. So, yeah, it's going to happen. Period. It's been warmer. CO2 levels have been higher. Okay, long before man got involved. Relax. Chill. Take life easy. You guys are sweating over nothing. And I'm going to show you some graphs that's going to show you. The little bit that you're worried about is such a minute part of the big picture. You're jumping. You're jumping up and down over nothing. Okay. Have we got change coming? You bet we do. You bet. Is it coming because man got out and was driving SUVs? No. No, it's not. It's coming because the Earth has a cycle. It really wants to go back to being a big snowball. And if it wasn't for solar activity and those nasty greenhouse gases, you wouldn't see warming periods. Okay? You'd just see cold. Matter of fact, you wouldn't be seeing anything because you wouldn't be here. Okay? None of us would. So relax. Man has adapted in the past. Okay? Yeah, there's a lot of us that made it through this last ice age, which wasn't that terribly long ago. And you will note, please, as you're looking at these graphs, that they're on a cycle. Guess what? Yeah, our cycle's about to turn south, kids. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's exactly what's getting ready to happen. Now, how cold it gets, we don't know. All right, nobody does. Depends on too many factors. How our orbit is, what our tilt of our axis is, how many sunspots get formed on the sun, all these different things. But I was talking with some young millennials the other day, and they were just, oh my God, you kids have been, you've had your heads pumped full of nonsense by a bunch of people who are full of nonsense. Okay? This is a way for the government to reach in your back pocket. And a few countries, quite a few countries, have got on board. Believe me, Zimbabwe would love to have some of your money that they could go spend on new shoes or whatever they want to buy, okay, because you produce CO gases, okay, and they don't. Well, if they ever built a factory or bought a car, they probably would, but nah. Wake up, smell the coffee. Like I said, I've got a little bit at the end here for you of the charts that I've got a 4 million year chart and a 8 million year chart, and they also show the same things. The only difference is how hot did it get and how cold did it get. That's the only difference. But the cycle of heat and cool has everything to do with the sun and our position around it. And you could totally get rid of all the CO gases in the world. None. Have it 0 levels. Okay? And you ain't going to stop what's coming, because what's coming is not going to make you sweat. It's going to make you go out and kill a few polar bears so you got something to wrap up in. All right? Keep that in mind. Well, here we go. Like I said, I'll put you into these little deals, and then I'll come back and talk to you. Okay, here's a couple of graphs I've got for you that pretty much covers the global warming. Right here you'll see, down here on your right hand side, you'll see where it's the last ice age. And then immediately following that, the temperature started to shoot back up again. And it played a hockey stick. What that is from is as the glaciers move down and scrape the soil down to the bedrock, it takes up the carbon, the greenhouse gases that was contained in that soil, and it's now in the ice. As the ice starts receding from some of this gas escaping, you have a sudden global warming going on. So does global warming exist? Sure it does. All right, but the thing of it is, folks, it's a natural cycle. As you can see here, it's been going on for hundreds of thousands of years, even going back farther than that. That's just, I think they've only been able to take the ice cores back like 8 million years. Simple facts. We go through cycles about every 100,000 years of global warming and then global cooling, sometimes right down to ice ages. If we don't pay attention, and most of these, they even say, are set off by solar activity. We go from being nice and warm to starting into an ice age. As the ice sheets build, the planet cools. As the planet cools, the ice sheets build faster. It sets off a chain reaction until the glaciers have plowed up enough CO gases to warm the atmosphere to the point that it can melt. Don't buy into all this nonsense, and as you can see, looking at the left-hand side of this, we're already starting, now heading into a new cooling period. Don't let these global warmers fool you. Okay, to wrap this thing up, let's, yeah, you see that, huh? It's happened before, hasn't it? Doggone. Don't sweat it, guys. It's nature. All right? And if we would pay more attention to nature's ways, we would be less likely to be duped in by some of man's ways. Okay? And we have been. I would be more concerned with some of these experts, these scientists who've told you, oh, we can grow everything you need in a petri jar in some laboratory, and all you got to do is stick it in the field and it's going to work. It hasn't worked. And people are going bankrupt. That's real life. Okay? And you, for many, many years, have not felt it yet. Get ready. It's coming at you. Suddenly you're going to be changing your diets and screaming bloody murder about it. That's what's going to happen. Now, to your other younger people out there who are out there, got dirt under your nails and are trying to grow as much food as you can, God love you, and you're on the right track. To the rest of these millennials who are still running around thinking that the world's going to end because Donald Trump got elected in 2016, good luck. Because when this stuff starts flying, you're going to be the first to feel it. You honestly are. And these old hay seeds out in that flyover country are going to be the ones you're going to be looking at and going, what'd they know that we didn't? Huh? This is Rich Tennessee Homestead. I hope some of you homesteaders got a chuckle out of this, but let's face facts. Let's stop the nonsense. We got things to worry about, and global warming is not going to be one of them. I wish it was, but it's not, because I kind of like warmer temperatures. But no, you're going to see extreme climate change. It's on the horizon. Okay, it's been going on for about 8 million years that we have record of out of the ice from Antarctica. Yeah, yeah. And don't worry about CO2. It's been a lot higher in the past. Okay, and that was natural. Just pray that while we're in the middle of all this, in these cooling period, we don't pop off a couple of volcanoes and put us in a shadow blocking out the sun. Because then you're going to get to see what an ice age looks like. Yeah. That's what happens when things go wrong. But don't worry about it. Number one, Father watches out over you. Yeah. So, and mankind has kept surviving. So, you're majoring into minors, children. Just chill out. It doesn't matter. You take it and you do what you can with it. You know, it's one of those things. You eat the meat and spit out the bone. You know. But don't believe everything you're told about global warming. Just like don't believe everything you see in the media about anybody else. Because it's their job to rile you up, not necessarily provide you with the truth. This is Red Tennessee Homestead. Gave you a little truth, probably hurt a little bit. Y'all have a good day. Bye.